What if the reason you're feeling foggy, unfocused, or stuck has nothing to do with your intelligence or ambition, and everything to do with 9 simple things you're not doing each day? And no, this isn't about waking up at 5 a.m., drinking green smoothies, or reading 50 books a year. It's deeper, smarter, and far more practical. Most people are running on autopilot. They wake up, reach for their phones, get hit with a flood of notifications, and immediately fall into reaction mode. The brain gets hijacked before the day even begins. From there, it's a constant scramble, bouncing between tasks, drowning in distractions, and trying to catch up. It feels like time is slipping away. Focus is fractured. Progress? Barely noticeable. But here's the truth. The gap between people who feel behind and those who seem ahead isn't talent. It's systems. It's daily discipline. It's having a set of habits that aren't just productive. They're protective. They shield your attention. They build your momentum. They sharpen your edge. The most mentally sharp, high-performing individuals don't rely on motivation. They build environments and routines that make clarity automatic, and they repeat them daily, not perfectly, but consistently. This video is a breakdown of those kinds of habits, not the fluff, not the hype, just 9 daily moves that, when practiced regularly, train your brain to focus, think clearly, and execute with intention. These aren't hacks. They're habits with compounding power, the kind that shift how you think, how you work, and how you show up every day. So here's what to expect. You'll learn the exact habits that boost cognitive sharpness, minimize mental fatigue, and create forward momentum. Some of them you might have heard of, but the way they're framed here will hit differently. Others may surprise you entirely. By the end, you won't just know what to do. You'll understand why it works and how to actually make it stick. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and finally feel one step ahead, stay locked in. These 9 habits might be the edge you've been missing. Let's start with the foundation. Mental sharpness doesn't happen by chance. It's built. And the raw material isn't intelligence. It's clarity, consistency, and control over your inputs. In other words, what you feed your brain, how you manage your time, and the way you frame your daily actions directly shapes your ability to think clearly and act decisively. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. Most people are running it on cheap fuel, low-quality inputs, non-stop noise, endless notifications. They're multitasking, scrolling, reacting. But high performers, they operate differently. They treat focus as a finite resource, and they defend it like it's gold. That's why these 9 habits aren't just about being productive. They're about reclaiming mental bandwidth. They're about training your mind to work for you, not against you. Habit number 1 is what we'll call the input audit. Every morning, before the world gets access to your brain, you decide what gets in. No phone, no emails, no doom scrolling. The first 30 minutes of your day are reserved for intentional inputs, things that spark clarity, not chaos. It could be quiet planning. It could be journaling. It could be 5 deep breaths. Doesn't matter what. What matters is that you're in control. Habit number 2, the 90-minute lock. Set one uninterrupted 90-minute block every day where your phone is in another room, your tabs are closed, and your brain gets to focus on one meaningful task. This alone can 10x your results over time. Not because you're working more, but because you're working cleaner. Habit 3, we'll call it strategic silence. At least once a day, carve out 10 minutes of total stillness. No music, no podcasts, no stimulation. Just let your brain breathe. You'll be shocked how quickly this resets your clarity and lowers your internal noise. None of this is complex, but it's deliberate, and it works. If this is resonating, if you're tired of feeling distracted and ready to actually reclaim your focus, a quick thumbs up helps this reach more people. And if you're serious about sharpening your mind and leveling up your life, hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Because this isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. And these first 3 habits, they're just the beginning. So here's the hard truth most people miss. Your habits aren't just what you do, they're who you become. You can stack productivity hacks, you can watch motivational content every day, But if you're building on a foundation of chaos, your brain never gets the signal to shift. You stay stuck, even while trying your hardest. That's why the next habits aren't just about action. They're about identity reinforcement. You're not just doing these habits to feel productive. You're doing them to become the kind of person who shows up sharp, focused, and unshakable, no matter what's going on around them. Let's break it down. Habit 4, the night before rule. Clarity starts the night before, not the morning of. Before you sleep, list your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 10, not a full to-do list. Just 3 non-negotiables. This resets your brain and gives it a mission. You don't wake up in decision fatigue. You wake up with direction. Habit 5, the low dopamine hour. Every day, protect 1 hour where you avoid all high-stimulation apps. No social media, no short form, no junk dopamine. This isn't punishment. It's how you resensitize your brain to real rewards. Over time, deep work becomes easier. Conversations become richer. Life gets louder in the best way. Habit 6, digital borders. You don't need to delete your apps, just move them. Create friction. Log out of social media after use. Disable notifications entirely. The more intentional you make your access, the more space your mind gets to breathe and focus. These shifts seem small, but they compound like interest. And what they create isn't just more time, it's a different you. This is the pivot point. Most people hear advice like this and say, I'll try it sometime. The few who change, they commit today. If you've ever said, I just don't have time or I can't stay focused, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now. You've seen the map. Now it's time to walk the path. Because the problem was never you. It was the system you were trapped in. And the rest of this video, it's your exit strategy. Let's finish strong. Let's bring it all home. You've seen how powerful these habits can be. And now, here's the full blueprint. All 9. Stack these and your days won't just feel better, they'll perform better. Let's recap the 6 you already know. Input audit. Start the day on your terms, not your phone's. 90-minute lock. 1 deep focus block, no distractions. Strategic silence. 10 minutes of stillness to clear mental noise. Night before rule. Define your top 3 tasks before sleep. Low dopamine hour. Protect 1 hour from cheap stimulation. Digital borders. Add friction to attention traps. Now here are the final 3. Habit 7. Mental highlights reel. At the end of your day, take 60 seconds to write down 3 things that went well. Doesn't matter how big or small. You're training your brain to look for progress, not just problems. Over time, this rewires how you see yourself, not as someone chasing growth, but as someone living it. Habit 8. Intentional movement. No, this isn't about hitting the gym for 2 hours. It's about doing something physical every single day. A walk, a stretch, a quick sweat. Movement clears mental fog, resets your nervous system, and fuels cognition. Sharp body, sharp mind. Habit 9. Single task flow. Pick 1 task daily, just 1, and commit to finishing it without switching. No multitasking. No bouncing, just full presence. This builds the mental muscle of focus, and it carries into everything else. Now, take this and make it real. Step 1. Pick 3 habits that hit hardest. Write them down. Step 2. Run the experiment for 7 days. See how it feels. Step 3. Adjust, stack, and build your rhythm. You're not chasing hacks. You're becoming someone different. Someone intentional, sharp, grounded. If this video hit home, drop a comment below with the 1 habit you're starting today. I want to hear it. And if you're serious about building a mind that doesn't crack under pressure, hit like, subscribe, and stick around. We're just getting started. You're not here by accident. Something brought you to this video. Maybe it was frustration, maybe ambition, maybe both. But now you've got the tools. And the truth is, you don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You need a system. Because once you take control of your habits, you take control of your identity. And once you take control of that, nothing can stop you. So ask yourself, who do you want to be 30 days from now? Foggy, distracted, behind, or locked in, clear-minded, and moving with purpose? You already know the answer. Let today be the shift. Build the habits, sharpen the edge, and watch how fast life starts to move in your favor. Let's get it.